Kwentong Bayani. Kwentong Bayani. Kasama si Jojo Armenta at Radyoman Jenny Pahilanga sa Kwentong Bayani. Dito sa DCXL 558 Radyo Trabaho tuwing Sabado alas 10 hanggang alas 11 ng umaga at sa Facebook page ng RMN DCXL 558 Manila. Kwentong Bayani. Kwentong Bayani. Hatid ng Benita at Catalino Ya Foundation at ng RMN Networks. Kwentong Bayani. Kwentong Bayani.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat ng Sabado, July 16 na po tayo, 2022. Welcome po sa Kwentong Bayani, hatid po sa inyo ng RMN at ng BCYF. Mula po sa DZXL 558, ako po si Radyoman Jenny Pahilanga. Ayan, at syempre kasama natin ating partner mula po naman sa BCYF, napakasipag naman talaga, si partner Jojo Armenta. Partner, good morning.
Good morning! Good morning po sa ating lahat. Magandang Sabado po sa ating mga viewers and listeners dito sa ating episode ng Kwentong Bayani. Kalahati na ng July, partner Jenny.
Oo, at nagpagupit ka.
Yes.
Yes,
new hair.
Ayan. Oo nga, kalain mo yun, kalahating, sabi mo nga, sa kalahatian na tayo ng Hulyo, hindi ba? July. Ang bilis.
Yes, ako napakabilis ng panahon. Binalikan ko nga, partner Jenny, ang ating episode exactly last year. Nagpagupit din ako nung month na ito.
Ba? Akalain mo?
Talagang, oo, isang taon na.
Nagkataon ba yan?
Hindi ko alam. Trend lang.
Nagkataon na yan.
Naku, I'm sure excited na ang ating mga listeners do kasi this month we're talking about social entrepreneurship. Partner Jenny, kasi
Yes.
BCYF is celebrating the Philippine Social Enterprise Month.
The Social Enterprise Month. And mamaya may announcement ka rin because dapat may guest din tayong sa awardings ng BCYF next week.
Dapat, but it was postponed because of some internal we're moving the awards night on next Friday na.
Next Friday. Sige, abangan natin yan. Excited tayo yan sa mga winner, no? Nung, event
Pusong
na
Pinoy
yan.
Awards,
Pusong
yes.
Pinoy Award.
Yes, at excited din ako ngayong umaga dahil makakasama natin, hindi na siya bago sa BCYF.
Oo.
He's actually always been being invited with a lot of events. And ngayon, na-excite ako dahil I'm sure marami siyang mabibigay na insights and masashare na story sa atin ngayong umaga.
Ayan, kaya tutok na kayo bago ipakilala ni partner Jojo, tutok lamang ho sa aming Facebook page, RMN DZXL 558 Manila. Paki-like and share nyo na po yan at sa aming YouTube channel, DZXL 558. Okay.
Yes. Alright, simulan natin, partner Jenny.
Go ahead.
Okay. Our guest for this morning is a social entrepreneur, a Thai national. Actually, his parents migrated to the Philippines when he was 5. And growing up in the Philippines, his life journey has exposed him to different fields of work, from high fashion to farming and eventually real estate. So these diverse experiences showed him great social insights and taught him to think outside the box in dealing with complexities, which lead him to Project City Hub, a social enterprise that converts old shipping containers into living spaces for low-income workers.
Wow.
And now, he is actually embarking on a new social enterprise. I'm excited to hear about this as well, the Family Tree Project. Our guest for this morning, the founder of City Hub Project, Mr. Panya Bunsirito. Good morning, Panya.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jojo. Nice to see you again.
Nice
And
to
good
see you
morning,
again.
Maya.
Yan, Jenny po. Ayan, Panya. Good morning.
Sorry, Jenny.
Jenny. Ang dami nagkakamali, girl, sa pangalan mo.
Oo nga, akala. Ayan, anyway, sir, Panya na lang ang tawag natin. Good morning po. How are you
Yes.
today, sir?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm happy to be here and to share my story, my journey of my social entrepreneurship.
Yan. Sige, umpisahan natin. Partner, umpisahan ko na ang tanong, ano? So,
Sure.
ito palagi namin tinatanong to. Gusto namin, una-una, ito muna yung malaman namin. Ano po, Sir Panyang, inyong personal advocacy? At eto, paano kayo naging bahagi o na-involve po dito sa BCYF, sir?
Yes. Well, I have a couple of advocacies. One is, yun nga, for affordable housing. I also have an advocacy for empowerment for persons with disability and also for environmental awareness. So these are things that I have projects currently involved with. Now, regarding BCYF, this was a couple of years ago. I was invited or I was nominated as one of the BCYF awardees.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I was not the winner. But
But you're still a winner, Panya.
Oo. Natatawa na siya. Okay. So, ang ganda ng advocacy niya, partner, no, ni Sir Panya na mabigyan ng tahanan, ano? Ayan,
Yeah.
bahay. Oo. Pero teka muna, saan po nagsimula yon? May pinaguhugutan ba tayo, Sir Panya? Anong inspirasyon yan?
yung Project City Hub, na-start namin to noong 2011. So it's already been about a decade. Initially, I used to work for a construction company, a real estate development company. Tapos one day, they asked me to lead as a CSR project for the company. You know, they want to also have some kind of social projects to give back to community. So doon ako nakaisip na kasi yung company namin where I used to work for, we build mga condominiums, traditional condominiums made out of concrete. And then we normally locate this near universities or mga BPOs, so to cater to university students or young professionals. So when they decided na, why don't we come up with a CSR, sabi namin, sige, since this is our line of business, let's still provide housing. But this time, let's provide it for the CD market, the low-income workers.
Yun.
So dito kami ngayon na nagsimula. How do we now come up with a structure so affordable na pwede natin mapa-lease out ng murang-mura?
Yes.
So dito na dumating yung research namin with using itong mga lumang shipping containers.
Oh, di ba?
Amazing. Kung napapansin mo yan, alam mo yung partner, pag nakakadaan ka sa mga lugar na para siyang shipping container, tapos dormitory yung loob nun.
Oo.
Kinapaan niya yun.
Wow. Sana
Oo, nakakatawa. Nakakatawa talaga. Parang ang sarap ma-experience yung ganun, no? So, Panya, I've heard your story. It's a familiar story with me kasi nga I was part of the BCYF before. Ngayon, we want to share the story to the listeners and viewers. How did you become a social entrepreneur? What was the turning point?
You know, actually, that was the turning point. The project I was doing, Project City Hub. That time, 2011, when I used to be in corporate also, and in 2011, when I started the Project City Hub, that's when slowly I realized the value of not only putting up a business for money, but putting up a business for service.
Right.
So, about 5 years into the project, that was on my 40th birthday. So I was telling myself, okay, I have two choices now moving forward. Do I now want to stay corporate, or do I want to proceed with this new social enterprise, proceed with Project City Hub? So then that's when kasi at that time, if I choose corporate, it's too late to, I'm 40 already, so I have to go full out corporate na. Or if I want to follow my passion, my mission, then I decided to do that. I went with Project City Hub.
Right.
Yun, galing. Oo.
May follow-up question ako, no,
Oo,
partner,
sige,
Jenny.
partner. Go ahead.
I know how hard it is to change from being in corporate to being a social entrepreneur. Kumbaga, ano yung thought process mo in moving really towards social entrepreneur, being a social entrepreneur, coming from a corporate setup?
Well, corporate kasi, we're all trained, early on, from our education and everything, we're
Yeah.
all trained to be working for money.
Yep.
So pretty much yun ang corporate setup. Whether you're in construction, whether you're in real estate, or any other type of business. Ang social enterprise kasi, iba yung iba yung end goal. It's not about profit or money. It's about the community that you can help, people that you can help. Kaya nga sabi nila with a traditional business, there's only one bottom line,
Yeah.
which is profit. When they go on a board meeting, they will not talk about how many people we housed, how many trees we saved. It's always about what was our revenue last year and compared to this year. Did it increase? So it doesn't matter where you have child labor or paid fair wages. That's not the topic, right? With social enterprise, there are three things that you have to target. Number one would be you have to do something good for the people, for the community. Your
Yeah.
project has to be good for the people. Number two is your project has to be a steward of the environment. You have to be an environmental protector. And then lastly, number three is the profit. Kasi you want to be sustainable, so you don't have to rely on donations to continue your project.
Okay. Yan. Medyo nabitiwan na ni Sir Panya, partner, yung the difference between social enterprise and enterprise, no? Pero sige sir, mas pakipalawak po. Kung may dadagdag pa po kayong paliwanag doon sa kaibahan, like what you said po na social enterprise at saka enterprise, mas kaibahan pa po kung may idadagdag pa po kayong palalawakin po yung kaalaman.
Ang traditional business, ang traditional business, you do business because of money. You look for money.
Yes, yes.
So yun yung yun yung initial start. Kunyari, sa start ka ng negosyo.
Oo.
Ang una mong isipin is, nasaan yung pera? Tapos then you will find the business to match it.
Yeah.
Ang sa social enterprise naman, iba yung mindset. Ang mindset is, ano yung mga social problems meron tayo ngayon? And then, with using our business skills, hanapin natin ang solusyon.
Yun.
Then money comes after.
Oo.
Nice.
Comes after, o diba? So yung muna, pangangailangan muna. Like ito nga, yung City Hub partner, Jojo and Sir Panya, ito yun. Diba? Yan, nakikita po natin.
Yes.
Ito po, nakikita po namin sa aming, ngayon, Facebook. Ay, ang ganda, partner. May feel.
Diba?
Oo.
Yes.
Ganda, may ganun pala ngayon.
So, isa sa mga problems, social problems natin,
Ay, ang dami.
is housing for the low-income workers.
Oo.
Right.
Ngayon, imagine mo, Metro Manila, according to NSO census, pero itong census was a couple of years back,
Oo.
meron na daw tayong 13 million population in Metro Manila.
Wow.
Imagine.
Dami.
Tapos, during daytime, pwede itong mag-balloon into 15 million. Bakit? Kasi lahat ng dahil all the job opportunities are in Metro Manila, lahat ng mga tao from Cavite, Laguna, Bulacan, pumunta na Metro Manila to work.
Oo. Tama
Ngayon,
po.
isipin mo, if 70% of your population in Metro Manila are low-income workers, saan sila ngayon pwedeng tumira?
Right.
Kahit saan ka tumingin sa Metro Manila, maraming housing development. Pero karamihan nito, puro high-end condo.
Oo.
Ang
Yeah.
pinakamura siguro na condo is mga 10,000 a month.
Yeah.
Minimum wage ngayon sa Metro Manila, well, tinaasan na, naging 570 per month, per day. So almost mga 14,000. So if you have 14,000, how can you pay for a 10,000 condo?
Yes.
Ngayon,
That's right.
they have only, naiiwan sa kanila is two options. Either they commute every day from Bulacan to Metro Manila, spending about 100-120 pesos transportation cost and about 4 to 5 hours in the commute time. So bakit ito na nangyayari? Kasi yun nga, wala silang matirahan sa Metro Manila.
Oh.
Unless,
Right.
ang only option nila is tumira sa squatter, yung informal sector community. Pero
Yeah.
alam mo naman gaano unsafe and very dirty itong mga na to. So imagine, these are our heroes, our working kababayans.
Yes,
Pero we cannot
correct.
even provide a decent place for them. So this is where Project City Hub comes in, where we provide affordable, dignified housing para sa kanila.
Wow.
Galing.
Dignified housing for the
Oo.
low-income workers.
Ganda nga.
Tanya, sorry na-curious lang ako. Aside from providing the low parang affordable housing for them, ano pa yung mga programs niya sa loob in City Hub that helps these tenants?
Well, another of our advocacy, as I mentioned earlier, is empowerment for persons with disability. So we are proud to say, in the past 4 years that City Hub has been operating, we have 100% PWD staff. So, kunyari, yung aming housekeeping, ang aming housekeeping ay hearing impaired. Ang aming customer relations, the one who answers our phone, email inquiries, social media inquiries, she's orthopedically impaired, she's on a wheelchair. Yung amin namang mga resident manager, each of our City Hub branches, and the one that handles yung day-to-day operations, sila naman ay mga amputees. So either nawalan ng upper limb, kamay, or lower limb, mga paa. Yeah, so this is another advocacy that we are doing also.
Great.
Galing. Okay. So, ayan. Partner, siguro, tanong ko na rin sa inyo po, Sir Panya, no? Ano po yung, sabi nga naisip po ninyo to support yung ating social enterprise sa ating Pilipinas, yung mga pangailangan ito, or what do you think is the support that social enterprise in the Philippines po need, yung kailangan pa natin, sir?
I think government definitely could come in to support, to encourage by giving mga siguro certain ease of business, of doing business, number one, and also certain tax breaks or support to encourage our young kababayans to pursue social entrepreneurship. And I'm happy to see also that actually yung academe, like in Ateneo, they already have a course in social enterprise.
Right.
And in LaSalle, it's not a full course yet, but they have a mga workshops on social entrepreneurship also.
Okay.
So it's nice to see that there is already kasi I believe if we have more social entrepreneurs in the future, a lot of our problems will be solved.
Yeah.
Pakibigyan po
That's
na
true.
ng konting paliwanag yon, Sir Panya. Bakit po ayan masusolusyonan kung ganun po?
Okay. Kunyari, for example, housing. May problema tayo sa
number
housing
one,
for
yes.
low-income workers.
Yes.
So, here we are, City Hub, as a social enterprise to come in to assist the government to provide that. Ngayon, meron tayong problema sa employment. Lalo-lalo na for persons with disability. Kasi kung ikaw nga ay isang able-bodied na may diploma, nahihirapan pa nga tayo maghanap ng trabaho. Paano pa yung mga persons with disability? Dito pumasok naman si Ryan ng Virtulahan. He is also a social entrepreneur where he came up with parang it's a training school for persons with disability to hone their skills in using what you call this, the technology. So they are being trained how to be virtual assistants. They are being trained how to be call center, to take in call center jobs.
Galing.
So these are just examples of what social enterprise can do. Another example, I don't know if you have heard of Messy Bessie.
Yes.
Makikita mo sila sa mga malls. They supply cleaning products. Do you know Messy Bessie is also another social enterprise? Ang kanila namang advocacy is providing education to mga street kids.
Yeah.
So yung ano nila, office nila or yung manufacturing factory nila are all run by street kids.
Oh.
And then a portion of their day will be spent doing the work, and a portion of their day is also for schooling. So they pay for their own schooling.
Nice.
So these are just some examples of it.
Yeah. Right.
Kaya alam ko
So-
pala, partner, yung kaibahan ng social enterprise sa enterprise. Diba?
Yes, yung minention
Yes.
niya kanina na
Oo.
social enterprises really put solution to those social problems. That's
Correct.
parang the shortest meaning of social enterprise,
Oo.
diba, Pania? That's why it's very important to recognize and acknowledge these efforts, no? Para other people can be inspired to do the same, and also to duplicate or multiply in doing social enterprises, kasi it gives solution to these social problems that we have dito sa
Oo.
society natin.
Oo.
Yeah.
At saka sabi nga, after ang kikitain mo after pa, 'di ba? Hindi ka muna dun nakafocus, Sir Panya, partner Jojo, sa medyo may kikitain, pero yung mo na is yung social responsibility mo. Tama? Ayun. Oh.
Yes,
Yes,
targeting the
that's good.
communities.
Oo.
Ma-segue ko dyan, no? Ano naman, Tanya, yung mga challenges? Ito, maganda pag-usapan. Ano yung mga challenges ng pagpuput up ng isang social enterprise or being a social entrepreneur?
Pero-
What are the
Oo,
challenges?
pero bago sagutin ni Sir Panya mga challenges na yan, partner. Sir Panya, inom ka muna ng tubig. kaya mo na magbibigay ng ilang paalaala bago yung aalis mga kasama. Pabalikan natin si Sir Panya, ating special guest for this morning. Partner, magbabalik tayo makalipas ang ilang paalaala dito lamang sa programang
Kwentong Bayani.
Ang mga kwento nila ay inspirasyon sa iba.
Diba, how can you make sense of this pandemic? Yung mga tao dating matitibay by their fortitude in life, ngayon may mental health problem.
Opo.
So I believe coaching and personal development is where we would come in.
Why personal social responsibility? Kasi I felt kailangan natin ito isabuhay dahil ika nga, no, we have to walk the talk. We have to try to walk the talk.
Ang mga hakbang na kanilang ginawa ay malaki ang naiambag para sa pagbabago sa buhay ng bawat isa.
I initially started a youth organization for the youth, regardless of what their age, just for them to be of service.
Kapag pinapainom ko sila ng kape, tumitigil ang tutukan at nag-uusap at nasusulong ang usaping pangkapayapaan.
Pakinggan ang kwento ng bagong kabayanihan sa Kwentong Bayani. Kwentong Bayani, kasama sina Jenny Pahilanga at Jojo Armenta tuwing Sabado alas 10 hanggang alas 11 ng umaga sa DCXL 558 Radyo Trabaho. Ang kwento nila para sa iba ay bayani ka.
We started this program ho because we wanted to show how heroic Filipinos are. How there are so many wonderful people, men, women alike, many young, some quite old, working to better not only themselves but their neighbors and indirectly therefore the country.
Kwentong Bayani, hatid ng DCYF at ng RMN Networks. Sa Metro Manila, DCXM Radyo Trabaho, DCXM ang tunay na gabay sa hanap buhay. Kwentong Bayani. Kwentong Bayani. Kasama si Jojo Armenta at Radyoman Jenny Pahilanga sa Kwentong Bayani.
Oras natin sa buong kapuluan, 31 minuto na po makalipas ang ika-10 ng umaga. Tuloy-tuloy po tayo, Kwentong Bayani hatid sa inyo ng RMN at BCYF partner. Tuloy naman tayo sa iyong kaninang hanging question kay Sir Panya.
Yes, so ang ating question bago tayo mag-break, no? Ano yung mga challenges ng pagpuputat ng isang social enterprise and, challenges being a social entrepreneur?
I think the biggest challenge would be mindset. Kasi since our younger years, we were all brought up to look for money.
Yeah.
You know, schools are designed for us to be able to find work or do business for money. So siguro, ang biggest challenge talaga is to change that mindset na why not a mindset more of community service?
Right.
What can we do for society? And then use all our business skills, all our skills to find solutions for it. Kasi kadalasan, mapapansin mo, mga businesses, you have a lot of good, smart people. Pero kadalasan, ang way nila to do it, paano ba natin ma-shortcut ito para mapamura yung ano natin, yung expenses, yung operational cost. Yung mga ano natin, workers, ano natin, huwag natin temporary lang natin para we don't have to pay benefits. So these are their ways of trying to make money in business. Now with the social enterprise, should be sana opposite. Wala ring trabaho yung mga ating kapwa PWD.
Yun.
Okay, use our intelligence, use our skills. How do we now solve this problem?
Okay. So yun pala yung kaibahan talaga niya, no, Sir Panya. Eto, sinasabi nga pagtulong rin lang naman po ang ating pinag-uusapan. Napakasarap niya na, no, sa puso, sa isip ang pagtulong. Ano po ang pinakamalaking reward, Sir Panya, sa pagtulong mo o sa pagtulong natin, sino man, lalo na po kayo sa ating mga komunidad? Anong malaki pong reward na natatanggap ninyo o nakukuha po ninyo dito?
I think it's a fulfillment. That's definitely a number one. You know, you will hear a lot of people who have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Kasi ang ano natin ngayon, ang basis for success is, may Rolex watch yan. Successful yan. Naka-drive siya ng Mercedes-Benz. He made it. Successful yan. Pero you know, this Mercedes-Benz, Rolex watch, iPhone, after 6 months, hindi na siya, you will look for a better thing. So, materialistic ang ang approach.
Thinking natin.
Ngayon, after a while, you will find that your life is empty.
Yeah.
You know, do you know Robin Williams?
Yeah.
Yung
Yes.
American actor?
Yeah.
Imagine, everybody thought, wow, Robin Williams is a comedian, so ang saya-saya. He's a Hollywood actor, so
Yes.
very famous and have lots of money. Pero at the end of the day, nobody knew he was depressed inside. He committed suicide. How about Anthony Bourdain? Yung travel, diba? All the chefs were like, wow, I admire him. Sana he travels the world and getting paid for it. So kala ng lahat, wow, he has the perfect job.
Pero
But not knowing na he has also mga inside.
Yeah.
So again, he committed suicide. Kate Spades, very successful businesswoman, has the luxury bags.
yeah.
She has kids, family, but then again, she also committed suicide. So, you know, at the end of the day, if you don't find the purpose of your life, you will end up depressed. Money is not. Money is only superficial to
Right.
buy you this material things. But purpose is what drives your life.
Right.
Have you heard of this term, ikigai?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not
Ikigai is a Japanese concept. According to the Japanese, everybody has an ikigai or a purpose of being. But 99% of us will die without realizing our ikigai. Now, why is that? Number one is because of social norms. Ngayon, society will tell you,
Right.
Jojo, you're 25 years old. Dapat may anak ka na, asawa ka na. Or if your passion is to be a culinary expert, your will say, nanay, anak, walang pera dyan. Magano ka na lang, nursing, mas pera dyan. So, the anak will end up take up nursing and work for, suppressing ang dream niya, ang passion niya. So, day by day, she wakes up, palayo sa dream niya. What will make that person, di ba?
Yeah. Right.
So, sa ikigai daw, you have to balance 4 things. Number 1, what is your passion? Number 2, what are you good at? Number 3, what the world needs. Number 4, what you can get paid for or to sustain you. So the best way to do this, you get a piece of paper. You put 4 columns. So
Okay.
number 1, passion. Sulat natin passion. I like public speaking. I like cooking. I like traveling. I like all the things that you're passionate about. Sports, reading, movies. And then next is, what are you good at? Now, sometimes kasi you might be passionate about singing, but you're not good at singing, so it won't work out.
Kaliwa
diba?
yun.
So you have to write down now what you're
nga,
good at.
Tama, oo.
And then number 3, what the world needs. Kasi if nobody needs
Yeah.
what you're doing, it's not going to work out. Now, you can start with maybe the UN SDG goals.
Yeah.
Poverty alleviation, hunger change, gender equality, write it down. Lastly, what you can get paid for. So once you write those all down and then you scratch it out, you eventually find a pattern, which is going to be your ikigai. Now, when you do your ikigai when you're 13 years old, when you're in high school, kunyari, you have a kid, so why don't you try to do this exercise, do your ikigai. At 13 years old, at 20 years old when you graduate college, at 40 when you're midlife, at 60 when you're senior, your ikigai will change. Kasi
Right.
through the years, you gain knowledge, you gain skills.
Yeah.
Diba?
That's right, that's right. Nako, sabi ko sa'yo, wala na tayong dito, partner
Ito,
Jenny.
alam mo, anong partner, pagka magaling yung ating guest, natutulala ako eh.
Diba, nagiging speechless tayo.
Speechless ako eh.
Naku, Panya, so naniniwala ka ba na money is not the reason why the world is going, but it's the purpose and dream?
Yes.
Lalim ng
Yes.
partner. Lalim ng partner, ha?
Diba? Hindi kasi marami yeah. Go ahead.
There was this article or a book written, I forgot the title, but it was a nurse in the U.S. So she was a nurse in a elderly home. So she interviewed 100 elderlies. Isa lang yung question. What is your regret in life? And none of them answered, I did not make the $1 million. I did not have the mansion, a yacht, or airplane. All of them are, sana I said, I had the courage to say I love you to my crush. Sana I pursued my dream of being a dancer, a ballerina.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really, if you think about it, in your deathbed, you will not be talking about your Rolex watch, Mercedes-Benz, or all
Right,
this mansion. Diba?
Yeah. That's true, that's true. Well, magandang quotable quote yun from Panya, no? Kaya ko binanggit yun, partner Jenny and Panya, kasi people think, nowadays, lalo na nag-pandemic, people think that the money is like the solution. Like, kailangan ko ng money to be happy, diba? I want to be wealthy para maging satisfied ako sa life ko. Pero, it's not It's really, what's your purpose, no? What's your dream? What's your purpose? What's your passion? That would make you go and do things. Diba?
Yeah.
Tama.
So that's connected to my next question, actually, Panya. Personally, in your daily routine, in everyday life, how do you practice personal CSR? Like yung citizenship, sustainability, and social responsibility in your own daily routine? We want to know.
Well, for me, I have this, before pandemic happened, I have this thing kasi sometimes everybody from time to time needs to have self-reflection or time for themselves. We can get burned out then. So what I normally do before, at least once a month, I engage myself in social service.
Yeah.
So this can be joining a group doing medical missions or feeding or tree planting. This is just for me to get grounded and see what are the social problems that we have.
Yeah.
And then also once a month, I have this how to parang re-energize my brain, diba? Para you have a fresh So what I do is once a month then I go to a bus station. Without any agenda, I choose a destination. Basta that destination will be just 3 hours ride. So kunyari, I'm in the bus, 6 a.m. Then I choose a destination that's 3 hours away. When I get there, it's 9 a.m. What I do is I go around, enjoy the local scenery, local food, and then at 6 p.m. that same day, I take the bus going back. So I'm home by 9 p.m. to rest. So then I get my, because I don't have an agenda, I did not make any, so I'm not pressured, right? So it's just to clear my mind, para you can now get new thoughts in. So these are the things I practice once a month.
Wow.
Okay, galing.
Puro local lang yan, Panya.
Yeah, yung travels ko, it's local, para one day lang.
Oo.
But
Right,
you know,
right,
one time, have you ever been to vegan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegan, Ilocos.
Oh. One time I said, sige, I'll try going to vegan. Pero vegan is not a 3-hour trip. It's like a 12-hour
Yeah.
trip. So what I did, on a Saturday night, 9 p.m., I took the bus. I woke up Sunday morning, 6 a.m., and vegan. Explored vegan. Same day, 9 p.m., I took the bus from vegan to Manila.
Wow.
I woke up in Manila 6 a.m. and went to the office.
Hala. What? Wait.
Grabe.
Bakit, sir? Bakit, Sir Panya? Anong meron? Agad-agad, ganon. Parang ano?
No, that's what I'm saying. Kasi sometimes you need to, there are times that you need to reboot, clear your mind, refresh in the computer.
Ang
Yeah.
galing.
So you need to have this time to
Right.
reboot para
Oo.
you get fresh new ideas coming in.
Parang gusto namin yan ni partner Jojo. Bukas ng umaga punta kami
Yes!
ng Baguio. Tapos partner alas 9 ng gabi balik tayo Manila. Okay, yes.
Panya.
This is much cheaper than going to a therapist.
Right. That's true. Alam mo, Panya, mag-start ka na mag-vlog, please. Aabangan namin yan.
Oo nga, kami ang unang dalawa mo agad na follower. Subscriber pala, ayan. Anyway, Sir Panya, interesado kami ni partner Jojo tsaka yung ating mga nakikinig at nanonood po sa Facebook natin na page. Can you tell us more about po dito sa inyong partner family itong project? Family tree project niyo, sir.
Yes. So this is a new project that we are embarking now. It's called the Family Tree Project. Have you heard about green cemetery or sustainable cemetery?
Ako parang yes.
Medyo nakarinig ko.
Yeah.
So imbis na tombstones represent your loved ones, it will be trees. Kasi ngayon, yes. Kasi ngayon, yung practice natin of our burial practices are actually very, it's not environment friendly. Kasi diba sa atin is when our loved one pass away, we embalm them and then inject a lot of these chemicals, formalin, for the reason na we want to delay the decay para we have the mourning stage. Pero all this formalin that you inject, these are all poisonous to the earth.
Right.
Kaya na, by law, you cannot bury the dead directly to the soil. Kailangan mo may concrete vault. Para when the decay happens, yung mga chemicals won't go into our water supply. So, imagine how big ang mga cemeteries ngayon sa Loyola Memorial, Manila Memorial, and our public cemeteries are the same. Kasi every year, the cities population increase. So, more and more people also pass away. And yung public cemetery mo naman, hindi lumalaki. So ngayon, if you go to a public cemetery, para na rin siyang condominium. Patong-patong na sila.
Correct.
And then, they have to kill all the wildlife, all the trees, just to make it efficient use of space para sa So literally, if you look at it, it's a storage of poison chemicals. Ang cemeteries. So what we are proposing with the Green Forest project or family tree project is to look into a new way we practice our burial. Na this can solve two things pa nga for the city. Number one, it can solve the congestion problems in cities. Number two, it can solve the need for open spaces in cities. Ngayon, you know, if you go to any, like for example, Makati na lang, the only open space you have in Makati is the Ayala Triangle Gardens.
Yeah.
Ngayon, lumiit pa siya kasi they are now building the new Mandarin hotel or the Mandarin building.
Yes.
So eventually, it will all disappear. Kasi there is no money in parks eh. There's no money in open spaces.
Totoo yun.
Now, how do we now monetize green spaces so that we can preserve them? You know, if you don't find a way, solution to how to monetize green spaces, magiging subdivision yan. Magiging mall yan. Magiging so, mauubusan tayo ng green space. So, this is one way that we saw as a solution of how to monetize green spaces for its preservation. Now, the concept of the family tree is the ashes of your loved ones will be placed inside a biodegradable urn. Tapos, you will plant a seed, a tree. So, the tree will grow. And then, this one, that's why it's called the family tree. Kasi 10 generations down, 20 generations down, the ashes of your family will be buried around the tree. Imagine how beautiful that is.
Yeah. Tapos pag nakita mo yung tree na yun, that's my mom. That's my, diba? It will represent your brother, whoever loved one, diba?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true.
We're now pushing for this project. Hopefully, we already found the property. It's in Rosario, Batangas. And we're targeting, we're targeting November 1. Hopefully, we can launch it.
Oh, yeah. For
November
the
1 of
ano,
this
no?
year.
Nako, dapat,
Saints Day.
dapat makita natin yung
Yes.
partner Jojo, kung ano yung magiging project na yan ni Sir Panyo by November. Abangan namin yan, sir. Ha?
Yeah, that's a really good project, Panya.
Yes.
Amazing. Sana maging super successful. Ako, personally, I agree with that. Ngayon ko lang nalaman na ang formalin pala is poisonous to the environment talaga.
Chemical.
A lot of people doesn't know that, actually. So that's why kailangan i-educate yung mga tao. So ito naman, Tanya.
What tree do you want to be?
Gusto ko ng santol.
Santol ka.
Santol ako. Ikaw, Tanya.
We'll reserve an area for you there.
Sir,
Grabe ka ha?
For a tree.
Oy, natanong mo ako, ikaw, Tanya, what's your tree?
ikaw, sir.
Nara. I love the Nara tree. So beautiful with the yellow flowers. Yeah.
Feeling ko si Partner Jenny Coconut.
Sir, wag ka maglalagay ng puno doon na. Sir, wag ka maglalagay ng puno doon na binabahay ng mga maligno, ha?
Coconut is a tree of life, partner.
Tama,
Coconut
pwede
is a
yan.
tree of life.
Yeah, I love it.
So, talking about Panya, what would be your, ito ang aming huling question, no? Sa mga aspiring social entrepreneur and who wants to have their social enterprise and help community, what would be your advice?
I would say that always get inspired.
Yes.
Champion a cause and take an active part to be the future builders of our nation.
Wow, very great.
Natulala tayo. Wait lang, tinitake note ko no?
Parang naglo-loading pa tayo.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's really nice. That's really nice, Panya. So, kung meron ka namang mga social media andyan, baka pwede kang i-follow ng ating mga viewers and listeners.
Yes, I am on Facebook. My name, Panya Bunsiritum. And the new project, the City Hub project, also has a Facebook page, City Hub Dormitory, and also the new project that we're coming up with, the Family Tree, is also on Facebook.
Okay, ayan.
Right. Pinalo ka na ni Partner Jenny. Friends na kami sa Facebook, Partner.
Nakapost na yung
Instagram ba? Meron ka din, Tanya?
No, not on Instagram, mostly on Facebook.
Facebook, okay. Aabangan namin ni Partner ang iyong vlog. Tanya, seryoso ko, mag-vlog ka. Nakikita ko din.
You teach me how to,
I'm
Teach me how to
sure
do the
papatok
vlogging.
yan. Papatok talaga yan.
Si Sir Panya,
Yung mga
ano?
one-day trips mo.
Partner si Sir Panya,
Yeah.
no? Happy face siya. Ano lang, napaka ano ng mukha niya, napaka-alwan, di ba? Oo.
Thank you, thank you.
Sige. Thank you, sir. Any, as a partner, so yun na, parting words na lang, sir. Sige po, para sa ating mga nakikinig at nanonood, would you like to say anything po as your part of your parting words po? Go ahead, Sir Panya.
Well, to everyone listening, if you're interested to learn more about social entrepreneurship or how to help the community, feel free to get in touch with me through my Facebook page or Jojo with the BCYF. They also have a lot of mga workshops, and they also every year, you still do it, Jojo, no? The BCYF awardees every year. So they also have a lot of inspiring stories about mga social entrepreneurs.
Ayun.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Sir
you so
Panya.
much, Panya.
God
Thank
bless.
you for
Thank
your
you, sir.
time.
Okay, ayun.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you po. Ayan.
Nakaka-enjoy naman yung ating usapang
Oo
yun.
nga. Natutulala tayo, partner.
Ang dami quotable quote from Panya. Tinake note ko nga eh. Kasi gagawa namin ng quote card.
Oo, pero gusto ko yun. Ayan, thank you, Sir Panya. Pero gusto ko yung sinabi ni Sir kanina na 9 a.m. punta siya ng Ilobigan, di ba? 9 p.m. alis din siya papuntang Manila.
Paano ba katagal ang vegan ngayon?
Oo, 12 hours.
It's about, 11, 12 hours. Eh.
Oh my
By
gosh.
bus. You know what's my next adventure?
Aha.
A bus trip to Davao.
Hala.
There's
Oh
now
my
a bus
gosh!
going all the way to Davao. 3 days, 2 nights.
Grabe.
I'm planning to do this trip in
Wow.
December to visit my brother in Davao for his birthday.
Sige, sir. Abangan
Oh,
natin.
wow!
Okay,
Yan. Kaya abangan natin po ang i-follow niyo na po si Panya sa Facebook and yung kanyang upcoming vlog, no? Marami tayong matututunan dyan.
Okay.
So yes, thank you so much,
Thank
Panya,
you.
for your time. We learned a lot from you. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you, sir.
being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Okay. Ayan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's an honor. Thank you for getting me in the show.
Yeah. God bless, sir. Thank you. Partner, meron ka bang special announcement pa rin para sa ating programa? Go ahead, bago tayo magpaalam.
Alright, so we're still celebrating Philippine Social Enterprise Month. So, nabanggit nga ni Panya kanina, no, the Developmental Social Enterprise Award is every July. I think it's still ongoing. And then, Pusong Pinoy Awards
Yeah.
will be on July 22,
Okay.
Friday po, 6:30 p.m. via Zoom. We're going to be live on the Facebook page of BCYF. Kaya naman po, i-follow nyo na at patuloy nyong abangan ang mga updates namin sa BCY Foundation Facebook page.
Okay, ayan. At syempre, ang ating programa po, paki-like and share yun na yan, okay? So partner, ano naman ang ating aabangan pa rin next Saturday para sa ating programa?
Yes, so we're still in the July month, so we're still going to invite social entrepreneurs to share about their journey and also to learn about how to be part of a social enterprise kasi we're still celebrating the Philippine Social Enterprise Month. Kaya abangan nyo po yan hanggang dulo po ng July.
Okay, ayan. Partner, tayo magpapaalam na. Ayan, go ahead.
Thank you so much po muli kay Panya for being with us this morning. Thank you sa mga viewers and also listeners natin dito sa DZXL. Continue to share our episode every Saturday, no, para po ma-share po natin yan sa iba pang maraming tao. And of course, thank you so much for continuously supporting episode by episode every Saturday ng aming programa ni partner Jenny. Kaya naman po nagpapasalamat ako in behalf of BCYF. Ako po si Jojo Armenta.
At wala naman po sa DZXL sa atin po sa RMN, Jenny Pahilanga. Abangan niyo po uli kami ni partner Jojo ang Kwentong Bayani next Saturday. Dito lamang po sa DZXL 558, alas 10 hanggang alas 11 ng umaga. Maraming salamat. Magbabalik po kami next Saturday dito lamang sa programang
Kwentong Bayani.
Bayani.